hang with Zeke, because Zeke killed the New York Knicks for 10 years.
I don't want to talk about it.
No, you don't want to talk about Zeke, but you can blow my teams up.
I didn't blow your team up. I didn't do it.
Needless to say, shout out to the Pistons. I'm going to support you guys. Shout out to the Hawks. I'm going to support you guys. I just don't believe you guys are going to do anything in the playoffs for the next couple of years. So right now, my ghost team, just coined the term, my ghost team is the Heat. I follow the Heat. I like the moves the Heat are making. Like I said, I'm going to always be an Atlanta and a Detroit fan, always. I just am being a realist. And the way our roster is shaping up, I would be shocked if Atlanta or Detroit made it out of the first round of the playoffs. Shocked.
Agreed.
I would be shocked. And like I said, I love them, but I'm a realist. Yeah. I'm not one of the people that just believes in their team. Somebody like, no.
Oh, go Timberwolves.
Right. Go Raptors.
Oh, man. Timberwolves.
Canada Drake.
Hey, let's be real though, man. The Timberwolves are moving up in the world.
They shaping up.
Let's go Washington Wizards.
Low blow.
Let's go Bobcats. Old MJ.
Oh, no. That's a whole nother show.
MJ is a step away from being Isaiah Thomas, by the way.
Oh, man.
I don't see why anybody would disagree with that, because you look at some of these moves he's made.
He's a step away from being
Isaiah
Isaiah
Thomas made pretty decent draft picks. He just made bad financial moves. Michael Jordan's making bad all-around moves.
And Zeke would get players that look, like I said, that would look good on paper, that he would piss them off and they wouldn't play, like Stephon Marbury. How long did he stand in a suit healthy on the sideline?
Making like $26 million
Making like
that year, too.
$26 million. And there was another guy y'all picked up that was a top-rated player that didn't do much when he got to the Knicks. Stevie Franchise.
Didn't the Knicks get Steve Francis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what it was. So,
stealing money. He's probably still getting paid.
Zeke, you stay in college ranks. You stay there.
Didn't they drop him too? Didn't Florida International drop him too? I don't think anybody wants Isaiah Thomas to be there.
Yeah, I don't call him Isaiah anymore. I call him Zeke. That's how he makes his moves, like somebody from the country.
I think he's trying to get back at the Knicks because Patrick Ewing ain't want to put him on the dream team. He ain't try to pack him up, put him on the dream team. So, he's trying to nudge back at the New York. I don't know, man, but all I can say is fuck you, Isaiah Thomas. But anyway, you talk about the Heat, right?
Yeah, they signed Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis.
Man, they are looking unbeatable.
Two shooters. Ray Allen doesn't play much defense, but he doesn't have to. He's gonna be a part-time player. He's gonna come in and shoot some threes and go sit his ass down. Now Rashard Lewis is the big question mark, because he's a good shooter, but he's part-time. Sometimes he likes to play defense, and other times he disappears. So it'll be interesting to see how they can motivate him.
Well, I mean, if he's playing as a backup role, that's a great backup player.
Yeah. But for me, the Heat, I still want a veteran big man that can play.
Well, thank you, Marcus Camby, for going to the Knicks.
Right, because that's what I was thinking of, and I've been saying this all along. I know people don't believe, but I go get Greg Oden. You ain't got nothing to lose. Veterans minimum. He's been working out. They say he's in shape. He's got his legs pretty much rebuilt like an X-Man.
He's available, too. I saw him at the social services office the other day.
His legs are rebuilt. He's a new X-Men. Well, you might as well give him a shot. Why not?
I mean, he got Eddie Curry.
Right.
They giving these guys a chance.
Eddie Curry, Dexter Pittman. I'm sorry. I don't believe
Dexter Pittman?
I don't. Right. And he's young.
There's a Dexter Pittman reference?
And it's a bad thing when your best big man is Joel Anthony.
Yeah.
He's a solid number 2 at best.
He's a solid number 2 at best. I can say that.
So if he's the starter, like, come on, baby. We got a little. We could clear out probably about 4 of our centers.
Well, look, I see the way the NBA is shaping up. The last few years, you look at these teams. A lot of these teams, the last team that really had a very good center was what the Mavericks attacked the challenge last year. I mean, this past year, the Heat didn't really have a real big man. No. Chris Bosh was really the big man. LeBron was playing before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm looking at a lot of teams are trying to downsize. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to be more athletic.
More athletic, exactly. But if a player like Dwight Howard goes to a contender, I can see how the Heat would have a very tough time.
Oh, absolutely.
Dealing with a Dwight Howard.
Especially when he doesn't have as much responsibility. Everything was on him in Orlando. He was expected to be a scorer. He's not a great scorer. He's good.
Expected to be a passer.
Yeah.
He's not a great passer.
Defensively, he's a monster. But outside of defense, like I said, they expected way too much out of Dwight in Orlando. And then he still is developing his offensive game.
Well, I don't even think it's that. It's kind of the same thing with LeBron James when he was in Cleveland.
Yeah.
He never really got a supporting cast.
Yeah.
That one year they did go to the NBA Finals. The next best player on the team was Hedo Turkoglu. That's not enough. All right.
Hedo.
And Jameer Nelson was already at his peak.
Wasn't Rashard Lewis also on that team?
Correct. Rashard Lewis was on the team. That was one of his better years.
Yeah.
They tried a little bit of everybody. I'm a fan of Jason Richardson. He didn't look good on the Magic. Vince Carter. He looked old.
Yeah, he is old.
Right.
Be real.
He needs to drink what T-Mac is drinking. Y'all cousins, work it out. Remember when those two were like some of the most electric dunkers and players? Vince and T-Mac, like their first 2 or 3 years. Vince was dunking on everybody in Toronto.
That's another thing. There aren't all the great dunkers. You don't see them as much. I mean, like, look at Vince, like you said, Vince Carter, T-Mac. You know, those
T-Mac
guys,
was the shit on the Rockets.
Jason Richardson.
These
are guys who was in the slam dunk contest making waves, okay? Nowadays, you know, I want to see Blake Griffin and LeBron James in the dunk contest.
It never happened.
I mean, Blake Griffin, yeah, he was in the dunk contest. He was in the before.
Oh, yeah, he jumped over that car.
Yeah, he jumped over the car. But I'm saying, like, I want to see the best players in these events, and let's be frank, the NBA just doesn't want to do it. They want guys like, who was it? Jeremy Evans.
This dunk contest was...
The last dunk contest.
This dunk contest was so bad. Derek Williams.
Who won that dunk contest?
Nate Robinson won it 2 years straight.
Who won this year, though?
I don't remember.
Because it was...
Please call in and let us know who won the slam dunk
like
contest.
I said, I know Nate won 2 years straight.
Yeah.
And for Nate Robinson to be winning the slam dunk 2 years straight, in the second year, his dunk wasn't even spectacular. There just was nobody better. Like, it was that boring. I remember when you used to wait up and wait for the dunk contest.
Yeah.
Man, please.
Hey, NBA, please don't follow the MLB's lead in the All-Star Game festivities.
But if you think about all the sports, even the NFL with the Pro Bowl, nobody watches the Pro Bowl anymore.
They've never
Nobody
watched.
watched the Pro
They've
Bowl
never
before.
watched. They've never watched
It's like
it.
two-hand touch.
They've never watched it. It's never been.
Who wants to sit there and watch a whole bunch of players play around with each other?
Right.
You know, there's nothing that they get out of playing this game. You know?
I think it's just geared for the players. They're in Hawaii.
They got a free
They're
trip
having
to
a good
Hawaii.
time. You know, rearrange the events. Make it something more entertaining. I'd rather you have a game show or something. Like, the Pro Bowl is just like a waste of money.
Kind of like Hollywood Squares.
Well, if you have situations like, you know, you have all the quarterbacks, like, you know, like they have those quarterback challenges and stuff, you know, where they have to throw through tires and stuff, and the running backs got to go through obstacle courses and stuff like that. That'd be way better than,
because the game is just like
the game is a joke.
Like, I would love to meet a person who actually bought a ticket. Like, yo, I just bought a ticket to the Pro Bowl. Like, really?
Well, it's in Hawaii. People over there don't.
I mean,
even in Hawaii, I think I would still rather watch it on television.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay in a hotel next to the field that they're playing in and hear it, like real time, watching it on TV.
Yeah.
So.
Well, unless you're a Mitt Romney donator, you're probably not going to be out in Hawaii.
Right, now go have me some poi and some spam, and I'll be good. So we digress. There's a few more trades we didn't cover in the NBA. Give us some more. Who else has some moves that's been made, man? Because I know there's a couple other guys that I'm forgetting.
Steve Nash made it to the LA Lakers.
To the Lakers, right?
Nash on Lakers. That's pretty big. He's old.
He's 59 years old.
He's old, and he got a 3-year deal.
He got a 3-year deal. Don't get me wrong. I think with Steve Nash, I mean, Kobe finally got a point guard who's elite.
Yeah.
Now, is it in American dollars or Canadian dollars?
At this point, it might want to be in Canadian.
Yeah.
I might want to get those Queen Elizabeth boys myself.
Okay.
Who else got moved around? I'm trying to think. It was a lot. Who else? I'm sorry. Did the Timberwolves pick up?
The Timberwolves. They picked up Batum.
Nicholas Batum.
Nicholas Batum. You know, the Trailblazers are having a lot of trouble with a lot of their players. A lot of people falling out. Of course, Brandon Roy left. Greg Oden, you know, they dropped him.
And Brandon Roy is going to be a Timberwolf.
Yeah, Brandon Roy is also going to be a Timberwolf. The Timberwolves also gave him an offer for about 2 years. They gave Batum the max offer because, you know,
he's got it.
I think he's got it too. There aren't a lot of great small forwards in the NBA. You know, a lot of guys with his size and, you know, his athleticism who can play defense. They can also shoot 3 balls like he can. He's a very good player in my opinion.
Ben Gordon got shipped out.
Yeah, Ben Gordon and Corey Maggette got swapped out. You know, Ben Gordon is now going to be the lead player on the Bobcats. Good luck to you, sir.
Kurt Heinrich went back to Chicago.
Who cares?
Yeah.
There are a lot of guys moving on. Eric Gordon is pretty upset. You know, I heard that he wanted to go to Phoenix. Phoenix gave him the max offer sheet, but the Hornets brought him back. You know, they want him to be the leader on that young team.
The young team. But he wants to go to a team that actually is going to win some games.
Well, I heard he wants to go back to his hometown in Indianapolis.
He wants to go with the Pacers?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing he wants to go
the
back
Pacers
home.
have a good team. Mm-hmm. They have that junkyard team. It's not ever going to look pretty, but they get it done. They have those hard-nosed cats.
Getting back Roy Hibbert was a must.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He tried to escape, though.
Yeah, he's big physically and on that team.
Well, he did the right thing. He went for the money.
Yeah, go for the bread.
You know what I'm saying? And if the team that you're already with is giving you the same money as another team, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So and Chris Kaman is still out there. Nobody's touched him. At least he's a center that could help a good team.
Aaron Gray move.
Woo! An Aaron Gray reference.
I had to do it.
We're really reaching here, folks.
I'm just trying to give you guys all the information. You know, there might be some Aaron Gray fans out there.
Wake up! Wake up!
I don't know what to say about all that. But
the Brooklyn Nets are trying very hard to have a formidable team their first season in Brooklyn. And I think that's big because there's going to be a huge fan base in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, Jay-Z's going to have the opening concert.
Absolutely.
I actually disagree that people think the Brooklyn Nets are going to be the new Miami.
No, I said they're trying to.
I think they're putting their eggs all in the basket that's going to basically crack open and spill all over the floor.
I'm excited about Joe Johnson.
I am not a Joe Johnson fan.
But nevertheless,
I'm excited about Joe Johnson.
I still believe. Well, you need to shut up. you got to get over your Joe Johnson fixation.
Why not? Why can't I enjoy
But
it?
nevertheless, you put Joe Johnson in the backcourt with Darren Williams. That's the best backcourt in the East. Name a backcourt that's better. Come on, folks.
Rick and Derrick Rose. I couldn't even keep a straight face.
Where's Dexter Pittman when you need him?
But see, this is the only thing that I think that people are forgetting. People are forgetting that as good as the Brooklyn Nets can be, they can be great. People are forgetting that the Chicago Bulls are still in the East.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose got hurt last year. That's the only reason.
That's the only reason
that the Miami Heat got to the finals so easily.
Right. Oh, yes.
Agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And I think the Chicago Bulls, who I think they should have made more of a splash this offseason.
They need another scorer. They depend too heavily on Derrick Rose.
And Luol Deng.
Well, like I said, they needed to make a splash and they did it. You know what I'm saying? They're still a formidable team, but now
they're the best defensive team out there.
Oh, no doubt. But now that the Heat have been revamped with Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis and guys like that, I think it's going to be tough for the Bulls. But don't forget about the Bulls. Yeah. And don't forget about
I don't think it's going to be that tough because I think any team that has a front line, who has forwards and a center, they can beat the Heat.
Absolutely.
Because that'll counteract their perimeter players. Yeah. Because basically they've got perimeter players. Yeah. Rashard Lewis is a perimeter player. Ray Allen's perimeter. Okay.
That's to replace Mike Miller because they'll be getting rid of him soon.
No doubt.
And Dwayne Wade, he's lost his legs. They draining his knees because he messing with Gabrielle. So
he's gonna get that. He's gonna get that Greg Oden surgery. Come back with metal legs.
Now, I know this might be a little off topic, but what do y'all think about this USA team? The team that's going to play in the Olympics.
Kobe said that he thinks this team could have beat the Dream Team.
Ooh.
He just said that. I heard that today.
No, he didn't.
He said that. Yeah. And he had a straight face. I was laughing hysterically.
Let's be real. Okay, this USA team has one center on the roster.
Yeah.
Maybe two power forwards and Kevin Love and I don't know.
Now, I like Kevin Love, but see, the issue is going to be when he plays these guys from Argentina that's like 4 inches taller than him.
Well, like I said, look at the Dream Team. The Dream Team, you had big men galore. David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone. All right. You can even
Christian Laettner.
Even Christian Laettner. I mean, but
it's always that one cat on the roster like, huh?
Like this year, I think it's James Harden who's like,
it's Harden? Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know. Harden, okay.
Why does he need to be on this team? I don't see a reason for him to be on the team.
6th man. He's the relief man.
He's the 6th man when you have Melo on the bench?
Well, they needed a beard. They needed a beard.
And he's intimidating in the look.
Well, this is the starting lineup. This is what I'm hearing. I mean, the starting lineup is Chris Paul, Kobe, LeBron, Durant, and Chandler.
Yeah.
That sounds right to me. Now, when you talk about 6 man, all right, you got Russell Westbrook on the bench.
Yep.
Melo on the bench.
Yep.
Kevin Love on the bench.
Yep.
Who else? Andre Iguodala on the bench.
I think Iguodala is going to be the sleeper. I think he's going to be the one that's going to spell somebody and score 20 points. Because Iguodala is an all-purpose player.
Oh, yeah, I like Iguodala.
He does. I love the way.
But nobody will be able to check Westbrook. I mean, Westbrook will come